have the main objective of boarding the smugglers' ship and shutting down their operation, which was requested of us by the city of Saltmarsh. As a side quest, we want to return the dwarfling bodies. We have them on ice in the cave beneath the haunted house. An additional deal with the cultist in the Dreadwood is a background side quest that you'll have there. In terms of loyalist support, not much has changed. The temples are all still Procanese. And yeah, that seems to be what's up. Grog and Mercule have gone to chatting and drinking while you all waited away the hours of the daylight for night to pass. Grog's darker, deeper feelings regarding his regret took him to drink a little bit too much, and Mercule just took the opportunity to join him, and two of them are unreachable for the moment. As for Duranga, as she tends to slip away secretly often, you all aren't familiar with where she is. However, having seen the image that she found, you all could imagine that there's some sort of emotional rampage that she's on. So when we left everybody, you all were in the cellar taking a nap, preparing to do your... What's that?
Not really. We were about to get attacked by Stooges.
All right, yeah. You'll fight the Stooges, because there's quite a few Stooges. Oh, you want to fight it? Let's go.
Why not? We haven't fought anything in last round.
Okay, cool. All right.
If we fight in, I'm fine with that.
Yes, cool.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah, before all of that happened, you all have a flashback to the fight you had with a bunch of Sturges. And as soon as the Sturges came in, Mercule and Duranga's footing became unstable and they fell down to the bottom and knocked their head on something and passed out. So they are unavailable for the fighties, and we'll bring Caltrix in.
Did you say last week? I can't even remember.
Nah. He was otherwise engaged.
Yeah.
So Caltrix, where to put you, eh?
At the back, I guess. I'm gonna straggle in the group.
Alright, cool.
Let's see.
Okay, guys.
Where are we?
You just hoofed it all the way here on foot. And just coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Initiative.
Where are we on the map?
The top floor.
Oh, up to the top.
Oh, okay, there we go. Initiative. I'm only seeing myself though.
We're in the room a little bit sort of south and right of you.
Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, you guys seem to have gotten yourselves into a bit of trouble again.
Yep. Same old, same old.
Sounds about right.
Alright, 1 second, huh? Okay.
Holy shit, that's a lot of stooges.
Yep. All right. So these stages, just to move a little bit quicker, are going to work on one initiative, which fortunately for everybody is 8. So, Zach, as these stages surge into the room, the sound of their buzzing wings become a cacophony, dulling out any sort of thoughts that you might have had about your plans. Right now, on unstable footing, there are a bunch of flying insects menacingly circling themselves around the room. What do you do?
Take out my glaive and attack this one.
Nice.
Using to hit.
So as you go to try to hit it, it just flies up a little bit out of the reach of your glaive. The buzzing sound irritates you just as much as your miss. What do you do?
About it, I can do.
Right. Carl?
Are they close enough to me that if I firebolted, for example, I would have disadvantage?
No.
So some of them are. If you look over here, like this guy.
Yeah.
Might be, but the disadvantages could vary from. You mean disadvantages and roll with disadvantage?
Yeah.
A ranged spell attack at 5 feet is disadvantage, Alex.
No. There's only way.
I didn't think so either. Yeah, no, you're good to go.
Hey, good to
Okay. In that case, as Carl sees Duranya and Mercule fall through the floor, he goes, "Oh crap! I better hurry up!" And you just see this crackling lightning around his hands, and he starts to move in a blur, and then 3 firebolts come flying out of him.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
They all targeted at the same thing?
The first one and the second one are the same thing. The third one is a second thing.
Okay, cool. Just highlight the second thing that you're trying to attack.
I'm going to do the 2 closest to me. Is it dark?
Alright, cool. So the first firebolt misses the Sturge as you try to realign and focus yourself. You didn't get it quite right, but the second one manages to hit. And you see that it singes its antennae, its wings, and its body sort of explodes and blood splatters around on the floor. This Sturge dies. The second Sturge, as you hit it with the second firebolt with nat 20, this one is going to explode with its blood flying onto this Sturge in front of Zach, which will give you all advantage to hit it.
Nice.
Caltrix, what are you doing?
So I'm outside in the hall, right? This door, it's open or closed right now?
It should be open.
All right. To open or close the door, is that combat action or is that like I can do that?
So that's called object interact, and everybody has 1 free object interact per turn.
All right. Sorry, it's open. You said.
Yes.
Okay.
Close it and go home.
No, I was thinking of something that it wouldn't work. I will. Can I hit this one?
Yeah, you could surely try.
Yeah. I mean, at that angle is what
It'll
I meant.
have a little bit. It'll have the slightest bit of cover, but yes.
All right.
If you roll well, you'll hit it.
All right. So I'm just gonna go Agonize and Blast on that one. I want to try and clear the doorway. So here we go.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to strike this thing. It isn't even paying attention to you because it's focusing on what's going on inside of the room. And as this agonizing blast paces the room, everybody is sort of a little bit startled at the fact that somebody who you forgot was around here just took care of one of these stages for you. And in fact, if you would like, you could pop the door completely off of its hinges and it'll break off. Would you like that?
No, I would not.
So, if you didn't roll a nat 20, that was my plan.
Yeah.
So, good job.
Yes. That door is
Yeah?
that door is going to be like if anything comes at me, I'm gonna try to shut it.
Well, now that that's all finished up, the stages that are left in the room are buzzing about even more feverishly than they were before. The sound inside here gets louder, but you all could also hear some of the buzzing coming from up inside of the. Sorry, yeah, you all could also hear some of the buzzing coming from up inside the chimney of the fireplace. As that's going on, the blind one is going to swirl around and try to swoop towards Zach and completely miss because he is blind. And this other guy is going to swoop in and try to get on top of Zach as well. And he will do so with a 15 to strike. Zach? It's a 15 to strike as this stage lunges towards your mouth.
It misses.
And yeah, you manage to just push your head forward and butt it out of the way, and this stage is tossed off. This guy is going to come down, and two of them are going to roll to sort of fly towards the brightest thing in the room, like moths to the firebolt. And yeah, they're going to roll for hitting Carl. That is a nat 20 and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I cast shield, but I'm assuming I can't stop the nat 20, even if my AC is 21 with shield.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So you managed to describe how you stop this first guy from coming in.
The residual of my quickening is still there, and just as he flies in, I'm like a blur, and it shimmers up in front of me in sort of opalescent wall.
Right, so that one is going to miss because of that and fling into the wall, and he's now stuck on this wall, but the other one managed to get through just before you could even notice. Maybe it wasn't even aiming for you, but it did get all up inside of there, and it's going to do 5 piercing damage, but you feel an incredible large amount of discomfort as something forces its way down your throat, making it difficult for you to breathe. You feel it going down. You could feel it from the inside of your chest. And now its claws grab on to the back of your head and your shoulders. And you could feel its wings closing in around you. And you are now probed by this sturge. Zach, what do you do?
I will go and help my friend.
I'll give you a second there, a little small chance. The room here, the space that's discolored, that's where the floorboards were kind of broken.
Oh, okay, right. Forgot. All right, so I'll go this way. We're flying.
So you step away from this guy. He's going to hear that you're leaving and disadvantage try to get you with 15, which will miss.
Nice.
Okay, and attack the one that's on Carl
Cool. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to get it and not Carl. So roll very well.
Oh boy. Let's see.
With a glaive.
All right. So 10 is too little to hit it. Describe what you do.
I'll go and I'll try to like swipe at it to like bash it off of him.
Oh, this is not going to help Carl's facial hair grow back.
Nope.
Well, it shouldn't be a big issue because shield lasts until the start of your next turn. So
yeah,
you're safe. But as he's going towards your face, Carl, you just see this glaive sort of glaze across his face as if it were smooth marble or something like that. Not saving him, but not harming him either.
You think I'm saying thank you through this thing, but what you can't hear is that I'm swearing at you.
Now that two of y'all are within 5 feet of each other, y'all can make a dex save. Carl, you with disadvantage.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
12.
Cool. So both of y'all are going to fall down and take 1d6 fall damage. We're just going to move you over here to signify this other room as downstairs. So you hear a loud crash and thump, followed by another thump, as two of your allies fall through the floor. You can't see them, but you did hear Carl yelling "thank you" before he fell. Yeah, I'll roll 1d6 for each of y'all separately. So the first one will be a 2 for Carl, and the second one will be a 2 for Zach. And yeah, you'll drop down stairs where there is supposed to also be a fireplace downstairs. I just don't want to move you too far out of views. Yeah. So downstairs, I'll draw in this little fireplace for you. Yeah, cool. So there's a fireplace there.
Yeah.
And there's also a window here. You're on the first floor now. Yeah, Zach, so you fall with a thump there. The clanking of your armor would echo around the room, and the buzzing that you all heard is going to amplify as more stages are going to file in, but not from the room upstairs. They're all going to come straight downstairs to the source of the noise.
Lovely.
All right, Carl, this thing is on your face. You could use an action to try to grab it and take it off, or you could just try to strike. Missing the strike, of course, will go against your AC as your shield wears off. What do you do?
How much can I see around me? Like, this thing's on my face. Is it over my eyes?
You're heavily obscured. I would say that your vision would not be enough to cast most spells that require you to see your target, except for that target, because technically you're seeing it.
And it's in my mouth, right?
Yep.
Put it out, man. That's all.
So for the second time in his life, Carl is going to get fire to the face, only this time by himself.
Firebolt's verbal.
One of the things about stages and wizards is exactly that.
Yeah. So you said I can use an action to pry it off, yeah?
Yes.
Would it be helpful if I used shape water to pry it off myself? Would I get any kind of advantage for doing that?
You could describe how, and I'll tell you.
Because I know where my water flask is. I pull it out and just like wave my finger and guide the water, and it comes in at the sides of my mouth and pushes it out, and like is sort of forming around all of the area of this thing that's touching me and prying it back from my face and pulling the thing out of my mouth.
I'm going to take a dex check from that or arcana check. Your choice.
Let's say dex. So do I just roll the dex button in the under my
I think
position?
so. I would say so. You could argue a sleight of hand if you want. Not dex save, dex check.
I think that was a dex check.
Nah, that's a dex save.
Oh.
You go to the side where your ability scores are and click the word dex.
Right.
Well, that's a lot better than the 9 that you rolled before. So
Cool.
yeah, describe what Zach is seeing in front of him.
I'm just flailing around and then like pat myself down and I pull the cork off this water and I'm flailing my head around and this water starts rising up in a stream out of the flask and it just sort of like a jet blasting in between me and the sturge and just like forming like this little whirlpool and sucking it back off my face and pushing it out away from me. And it's just suspended in front of me with like this wall of water between my face and it.
Okay, roll a d4.
Three.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you were facing the wall and you've pushed it out onto the wall, and that's
Cool.
where it is now. Okay.
And
Bonus action.
Nah, I'm out of sorcery points.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Caltrix.
that's what you are. You're a sorcerer. That's
Yeah.
I love
I have no idea
sorcerers.
what you're afterwards.
Caltrix, what's up?
I am going to close this door, and then and then I want to dash to go downstairs towards the door of the room that they're in. So how far would I get? Would I be?
Okay, so let me tell you. So, what it is? Control.
Thing.
No Alt. No Shift. What lets you turn directions when you're doing this?
Try Alt. I can't remember. Oh, spacebar. I think it is. No, it's not that. Nope.
It's Q.
Q. Oh, that's obscure.
All right. A 105 feet away.
I will go as far as I can, which I believe was 60, so that should take me somewhere right here. Is that correct?
Yeah, let's queue it up.
Like as I pull this thing off my face, I yell like up. You can dive through the floor in the next room.
I guess.
I think he's aware of the option.
Yeah, but I have not taken that damage.
It's just a scratch.
Cool.
Okay, now that your turn is done, Caltrix, you'll hear inside of your head. Fool! Why did we even protect you from fall damage?
I want to. I don't want to land in the middle of the room. I want to be at a door because the
He
fireplace
probably
is
just
so
doesn't
empty.
want to land in between all of the sturges, fool.
Yes, exactly.
By the way, he's incredibly unattractive. There's no arguments there.
Well, then we match, don't we?
Cool. So, yeah, these stages are going to see what's up over here and start to. Well, this is bad. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages downstairs. So I'll roll 5d20. The first 3, in fact, 4 of them going straight for Zach, and 1 of them going right back for this dwarf that they have.
Carl turns to
intimate
Zach and
relationship.
goes, "Don't worry, I've got a plan.
All right, cool. So the first 3 Sturges zip towards you, and you manage to swat them away. Describe how you swatting them away.
I was what?
Zach.
Away?
Yeah.
And then use my glaive, and I just like like a fly swatter kind of thing.
Nice. And as you swat the 3rd one away, the 4th one is going to jam it up into your nostril, through your sinus, down your throat. And it's a sharp, sharp feeling. You can smell it. And it's not good. Its buzzing stops as it grips behind your neck, and its claws pierce into you, doing 1 piercing damage. Its other set of claws pulling into your neck, doing another piercing damage. And then the proboscis itself doing 3. So you take 5 piercing damage in total as this thing starts to suck from your innards, and you could feel the vortex inside of you pulling in as it consumes. Meanwhile, the 5th will rush towards Carl and miss, because it's just so disgusted by the fact that his friend is inside of another person's nose. Meanwhile, the guys who are upstairs are going to fly downstairs through this hole.
Great.
Excellent. It's all going according to plan.
Yeah, and this guy is gonna come directly back for Carl. So Carl does a
reminding Chris that we had a fight to do.
yeah. Oh, this other guy comes towards you. How do you stop him from getting into your mouth?
I'm still holding my water bottle, and I just like bat him like a squash racket, just back. Weird thing.
You can at this moment see into its eyes. There are 2 bulbous eyes on either side that are like a strange matrix. You can see reflected in the different parts of the room, and in its reflection you also see that 2 other Sturges are flying towards your partner, Zach. Zach, do 2 16s beat your armor class? Zach? Hello?
Yeah,
Anybody?
It does. Yeah, it does.
All right, cool. Your riposte will hit, and will kill one of these.
The riposte, that was just me trying to remember what that does.
Oh well, I was just going to let you retcon it and kill somebody else because
Well, no,
because
the actual thing is again hit, right?
Yeah, this one is hitting you. Yes,
Right,
2 of them hitting you.
I'll use parry then. All right. When I get hit, I can reduce the damage.
Oh wow! Well, that reduces this damage to 0. The first one lunges into your nose, and the one that you parry, you could parry more than once.
Oh, it's when it's a reaction.
Cool. Right. So the first one jams down your second nostril, and 2 of them are sort of kicking at each other on top of your face as they sort of turning your neck back and forth, giving you a bit of a whiplash. But the second one, as it flies towards you, you open your mouth to let out a scream of horror, just the same size of its proboscis, and it goes smoothly down your throat. And
so I got 1 hit. I got 2 in my nose and 1 in my mouth.
But the one in your mouth did no damage. Like your scream saved you. So right now you are basically all Sturges.
It's like a Halloween mask.
Carl is flailing his empty water bottle at you unhelpfully.
Zach.
I'm dropping okay, I'm assuming I'm on the floor, right? But it's still weak.
Yeah, sure. You could be. You weren't prone before, but you could be.
But with 3 things with 3 things on my face, I think I would be.
Yeah, no problem with me, yeah.
I want to. I'm going to drop my weapon,
Nice.
right? And I'm because they're on my face, they're on my nose. I'm just going to take my hands and clap in front of me, so squashing them between my hands.
All right, cool.
Hulk smash.
Okay.
Roll for me 3d20.
3d20.
3 strength checks.
3 strength checks. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay.
So the two that are in your nose have sort of made their way on top of your head, and as you clap in front of them, you do manage to hit them. Do you have any unarmed strike bonuses?
Go. Hello?
Yeah. All right. So generally you would have done 1 damage, but you also smushed them into somebody else. So I've given them some knock-up damage. And yeah, 2 of these stages die still inside your nose. The other one, however, was a little bit lower down, and you missed the clap there. But that was good. That was really good. Now you have 2 dead insects just sort of limply hanging from your nostrils.
Right. Well, then I will use action surge and get that next one.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it.
You can do this.
Oh. Ouch.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd like, though, you could object interact, remove the other guys from your nose.
Yeah, I'll do that. Remove them. Yeah. Let me get
So as you remove it from the nose, you realize this one from your mouth is basically eyes to eyes with you. And he looks like he's about to aggressively do a huge slurp. Carl.
Carl.
Those 3 that are up here, did they attack Zach as well, or are they still over there?
These 3 over here attacked and missed and flew back.
Okay. Okay. So, I cast web. There's this just my eyes go deathly pale, and it looks like all of my veins are popping up to the surface and glowing, and just these webs explode from a point. So I want to get the 3 at the top there. 5, 10, 15, 20. There's a 20-foot cube, so basically me and the 2 next to me aren't in the cube, but basically the rest of them are. So
What's the cube again?
20-foot cube.
Oh.
So this whole room is basically full of web now. It's a
Where you want it? Like here?
Down a bit, because I want to get Zach and the one that's on him as well. Yeah.
You know I'm going to be in it, right?
Don't worry, man. I've got
a minor
covered.
detail.
All right.
Minor detail.
You're not going anywhere anyway.
Carl is just looking at you. He's like, "Don't worry, it's all under control." And this just web explodes and covers everything. And that's my turn.
Nice. So yeah, as you rip these things out of your nose and you can see around you, you figure, Zach, that one of these things is part arachnid as it shoots a web from somewhere, capturing some of its allies and you as well, in this gigantic web that fills the room.
Carl's like patting himself down and is like, Zach, have you got a lighter by any chance?
Do I have a lighter?
You can't talk.
Oh.
Cool. You know how restrained works, right, Fraser?
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. Caltrix, you are hearing a bunch of weird sounds, including ew.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I'm going to go right here. That's my movement, and I'm going to do produce flame.
You should have been able to reach here, I think.
Yeah, so I'll go right there and produce flame. So
this door is closed.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
So produce flame. It just makes a flame in my hand, and then I have to use another action to actually do something with it.
Okay. Just gonna give you a little flamey flame over here.
Woohoo!
Right. That was your action, right?
Yeah, so that's my turn then.
All right, cool. Do you want to say anything?
You can attack with that when you cast it, if you want to.
But he can't. He is outside of a closed door with no more movement.
Can I?
Okay.
I think I have to create it.
No, you don't. You can also attack with the flame when you cast a spell or as an action on a later turn.
Oh, okay.
You can hold the flame within 30 feet.
Well,
yep, it's right at the bottom.
Well, in that case, what I really wanted to do is open the door and aim at the fireplace.
Okay, you could object interact, open that door for free, and then throw this thing in.
Yeah.
As a strike. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right. So it
make a ranged spell attack.
It did 24.
Well, here we go.
Cool.
Which means is right.
Like fireball? Great.
It's fine. It's only a D8 of fire damage.
Uh-huh.
So when he said, "I got you," he just was like, "You can take it. You can take a little damage, right? Yeah, no problem. Yeah. All right. So this is a produce flame thing. So you roll the 1d8 fire damage, Caltrix.
That's 6.
6?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So as this emerges over here, yeah.
Did you target it at a creature as well? Like, because everything in the web will take a D8. I was wondering if they'd also take it from the produce flame if you hit one of them specifically.
No, I aimed it at the fireplace because remember we had heard buzzing coming from the fireplace.
Nice.
So yeah, I wanted to cook whatever's in there.
So Caltrix, it seemed like you weren't doing much, but you have no idea what you've saved this party from.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Right,
I remember the last time we were here, and those fireplaces.
Yeah. Carl has a different experience. He's been getting like coats and things. All right, so yeah, as this erupts, your web will also disappear, and so too crispidly would these guys burn up to a crisp. And you are going to take take 6 fire damage, Zach.
Oh, great.
See, this is what I love about working behind the scenes. Is so amazing to me that I did this great thing,
I
and you
just feel
guys
like,
don't know.
where did that fireball come from?
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. The funny thing about Zach is like, these they're just gonna shoot webs and create fire.
Carl just looks at Zach like he's like confused by this. He's like, what? Like, because Carl knows what's happening. He's like, what's up with you, weirdo? And look, he's not saying anything.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, cool. So these guys who have you flanked in a little corner here are going to roll their strike at you, Carl. That is an 18 plus 5.
I use shield.
And another 18 plus 5. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 beats your shield armor class.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so yeah, these guys are just going to
hurt me.
They're going to target your ears. So like they're going to try to get.
I turned around to like cast this web, and then before I can turn around properly to deal with them, this one hits me in each ear, and I'm like, ah.
So basically you are deafened for the moment, and you're gonna take 10 piercing damage. Zach, you are still like your hairs are still burning. You could smell sulfur in the room. The ashes of some of these things are floating around in the air. What are you doing? You look around and you see there's a open door up ahead of you and a lit fireplace.
Yeah,
And the sound of somebody going behind you.
Yeah, I get up, pick up my glaive, I'll go attack this one.
I'll just get a haircut before this day is done.
Jeez, God, boy.
Yep.
Nothing.
So these guys are going to work together and try to avoid you and lift Carl like 1 foot off the floor to avoid this. And Carl, you're just dangling now between these
now
two
that my
stages.
mouth isn't full, you can hear that Carl is swearing.
Anything else, Zach?
We'll use my second wind ability, get some hit points back.
Nice. Carl, you was doing better clap damage, you know.
One second. 1, 4, 8. I'm beat.
Carl, these guys have you now 2 feet up in the air. What you do? Nice. All the bad rolls are disappeared for this one, I think.
Back to full health.
I would like to basically like try to flap them off the sides of my head with but as I'm doing it, I shape water into like gloves on my hands so they're extra wide, and I try to swipe them off the 2 sides.
All right, cool. Roll acrobat, not athletics for that.
Athletics. You sure it's not acrobatic?
I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
Yeah. So these guys are buzzing around and they want to take you back to feed their children. So
I don't have as much mobility in this new armor as I thought I did, and my hands just stop right before them, like stupid stolen pants, and I'm like hovering.
You are. So now that your turn ends, you're now 3 feet off of the floor. Caltrix, what are you doing?
All right, so I have an idea, as usual. Don't get scared, Carl. Uh, make a bigger right. So I want to use chill touch on one of the things that has Kyle. It says that it creates a hand that holds on to the thing. Will that hamper its flight?
It definitely could.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. So chill touch on the one that is in his right ear. Oops.
Yeah, 1 second. Roll a wisdom save for me while you're doing that.
Sure. Um,
Okay, cool. So, you lose track of the sounds of your friends. You lose track of the sense of smell of the fire that was just here. You lose track of the light that was around you, and now you see deep dark red as you open up this door. Inside, you don't see what you expected to see. Instead, you will enter
ooh.
this room over here. Inside this room, you will immediately recall. Yeah, you would immediately recall this room from one of your exhibitions. This is a torture room. The barrels are filled with bodies that are not quite dead yet. The bodies are tied in a way so that their noses are just a little bit above the surface of vinegar that the barrels are filled with so that they can breathe. But they have to use their strength to keep their nostrils up.
Oh.
You look to the center of the room and you see somebody lying on a table. Why are you here? Who is that man?
These are brothers from the phalanx that we had lost in a raid, but they weren't killed, they were taken. And that man was their captain. And I hated his guts because he had a crush on what's her name? Gail.
And you brought him down to this torture area. The people inside of the barrels, who are they?
So where this torture bar, I brought him there. Okay.
That's up to you. Anything. This whole story is up to you.
No, I think they were taken by fiends, and fiends have done this to them. The squad.
Cool. So you'll see one of the fiends enter the room. What do you do?
I would immediately want to attack it.
All right. As you go to attack it, you can roll your strike.
Sure.
The blast erupts from your hands and hits directly into this fiend's chest. Caltrix take 11 psychic damage.
Nice. Holy crap.
The man on the table looks towards the fiend and says,
Caltrix. At least in the end, you showed your strength. Maybe you'll be good enough for her yet. Yes, I can see you're just like me. Now finish it.
The fiend walks towards him, ignoring the damage that you've done, lays its large hand over his face and caresses it, moving the hair back off of his eyes and his face, and then twists his neck, and the sound of the loud crack erupts. The hand of the fiend is now in front of you inside of this room. Everybody in this room roll a wisdom save. The fiend's hand is large, glowing red, and there's smell of sulfur everywhere inside of this room. This sturge, as well as the other sturge, are within its grasp, crushed. Their innards ooze out from the hand's grasp and fall to the floor as the hand burns up and disappears. Everybody manages to keep their cool in this situation. However, you can tell that you've just witnessed something quite horrific.
Looks like I upstaged you, Carl. I'm like panting. Yeah, just trying to hold it together.
Yeah, take 11 from your wisdom.
You mean
From your sanity, sorry.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah.
So that takes me down to 79 minus 11 is 68. That's bad.
Tell us how it shows that it's bad. What are they seeing?
One of my eyes is glowing the color of my patron's eyes.
Which is?
Green.
For those of them who don't know.
It's green, and like half of my face is in a snarl, and the other half is my normal placid face.
Something's going on with Caltrix. The hell's going on with you, buddy? Why got them green eye and face?
I don't know.
All of the sturge is dead.
I don't believe you.
Okay. As I see Caltrix, like it looks like he's suffering. Like
I believe you.
You don't look good. So Carl like
Sorry.
Carl is like running towards you, and as he does, he's cast aid on the three of us, but is just like running towards you to see what's wrong and to see if he can help.
My first reaction is to recoil. In a kind of don't look at me kind of thing.
Yeah, as I'm running up, you like feel this like healing glow, and your hit point max goes up by 5 for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
And you see that all of us are glowing the same, like, and there's this like feeling of togetherness that emanates from Carl to you and Zach.
The green glow around coming from Caltrix's eyes will subside.
I sigh and I breathe and you can see I'm sweating, but I recognize Carl and I'm no longer freaking out for the moment at least.
So Carl just like comes up and like I assume you're like sort of sagging.
Yeah, like I probably would have gone down to one knee.
So Carl just like kneels next to you and like gets his shoulder under your arm and like helps you back up.
Oh, thanks a lot, Carl.
And then like turns to face Zach and is like, are you okay? I thought a little bit of a burn would probably be better than 3 more of those things trying to eat your face.
Yeah,
Are you okay, man?
I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm fine. It's nothing. You know? The plan worked, at least. Plan worked. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I think nothing is wrong with Caltrick, so I'm like, let's go.
It's a good thing that plan worked. You guys were running out of orifices.
Oh boy, that could have been really bad.
Yeah.
Only for the unimaginative, Caltrix. Only for the unimaginative.
So new plan: every single fireplace gets lit.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was the old plan.
Yeah.
What the old plan?
It's just this door, in particular, y'all had there are a couple rooms that y'all closed back, and then this room y'all just got Ned and left.
That's true.
So like we're sort of limping out of the door, I assume at this point, and Carl's just like, we should probably check on the others, and he's like just limping.
I have a potion of healing that we got at the that weird old guy's place. I think it was.
I've still got one as well. I like. There's a window at the end of this corridor. How bright is it? Like, what sort of time do I think it is?
It's 5 o'clock. 5 in the
Okay.
evening.
I'll have a drink of one if I need to. I'm just wondering if I should maybe take a nappy nap. And I open this door with like finger guns ready to like firebolt Sturges. And I'm looking to see if Durania and Mercule are okay.
They
fell through the
don't
floor,
seem
yeah.
unokay, but yeah, they're completely passed out. Do a medical check. You think they need to get some bed rest and they should be fine.
Cool. So Carl just like grabs whichever of them looks lighter, and like starts trying to pull them by the ankles, like out of the room because he's just really tired. He's like,
Durania looks lighter, and as you touch her, your hands meet resistance before they reach the visual positioning of her ankles or wherever you're holding. She seems to be a lot girthier, and you could recall that she has exposed to you that she is half orc.
Yeah, and Carl just goes, "Oh yeah," puts her ankles down, grabs Mercule by the ankles, and starts like trying to drag him backwards out of the room.
Mercule opens up one eye to peek and see, and then closes it back.
While I'm like dragging him down the corridor, I'm still swearing but quieter.
Zach, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine, a bit bruised up and everything, but generally, take a deep breath, and I'm like, I'm all right.
All right. Well, I'll give you my potion then, so you'll have 2.
So Caltrix wasn't here last week, but the rest of you all remember what your plan was?
Yeah.
The plan was going upstairs to the room when that was. That's where we had found a place to put the lantern, to signal the pirates.
Yeah, and Mercule and Durania had been like practicing to do that because Mercule has the good sleight of hand.
Yeah.
With the lantern and stuff.
Nice.
However, they did all recognize that would require them to wait until the ship comes at night. While he was waiting, I think Grog went to sleep to take a long rest. And
Carl could really do with a nappy nap as well.
Yeah, so if you don't want to use that potion, I mean.
Yeah. That's why I'm holding back on mine.
Yeah, they are for future. I just wanted to find out if anybody needed them right now. But yeah, if we are doing some rest and recovery, that is great as well. Where will we do that?
There are beds
The
downstairs.
basement have beds and stuff. You can go downstairs.
Yeah, that sounds good to me too. I'll just this room down here where they landed, does that have a fireplace as well?
The one that they landed is the one that you all were in.
So that one is actually lit. It's the next room across.
So yeah, I just use this to represent the room underneath, just so that they will be next to each other, so we can see both.
Oh, okay, understood. Yeah. Right, cool. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, let's get downstairs.
To the basement.
To the basement, and I don't stop or try to pick Mercule up. I just drag, I'm walking down the stairs, dragging him by the ankles, and walking down the stairs with Mercule, dragging behind me.
I'll try to help, so at least so that his head doesn't get washboarded.
Carl's very tired, and he means well, but he's just I need a nap.
Yeah. So there was this room. I remember there were bunks here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all could accost Caltrix of all the things that you all have found, if you like.
All right, Caltrix. Well, you know why we're here. We're here to stop those smugglers. All right, so we're waiting on the pirate ship, man. So while we were here, we found a lantern, a special lantern, a code, right? To signal to the pirates when they come.
Yeah.
They know we're friendly, so they don't start shooting at us when they come here, right? So we have the signal and we have the lantern that is needed to trick the pirates, smugglers that, yo, we're on your side, okay? And I suggested that we get some pirate clothes, so we look like smugglers as well.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm thinking that either one of you, can dress as Sambale because he was a spellcaster. So one of y'all could maybe impersonate Sambale.
And Zach and I just turned to Carl with this expectant look.
Carl's just lying face down on this bed. This hand sticks out to the side as there's just this thumbs up, and then his hand just flopped down by the bed.
Right.
And then he points over to the room full of frozen bodies, and you just hear grunting, that hand flops down. He expects Zach to sort of explain the rest.
Wow.
Right. So now, right, with that on, we can protect, and when they come, we bamboozle them, right, and be like, yo, we're not really on your side, and yeah, we kick their butts and arrest them and carry them back to the city for some money.
That sounds
excellent. And then this the first hand sort of waves again, and it points at Mercule, and there's some gesturing of a boat shape, and then stabbing from underneath, and Carl trying to play these very bad charades from face down while trying to sleep. You get the impression that he's trying to tell you that it might be a good idea if Mercule scuttles their small boat from under the water when they come in, so they can't get away if they try.
That's pretty good, because I was going to ask where we are going to spring the trap. In the tunnels underneath or on the beach?
I guess on the beach, wherever. I guess. I think maybe the tunnels actually. I think they wouldn't see it there. They wouldn't see it coming in the tunnels.
Yeah. Well, of course they might be familiar with the tunnel, so still be their home advantage. But yeah, we can do something. I did have a thought.
A minor illusion like appears so that Carl, like the bed that Carl is in,
Yeah.
disappears, and it just looks like there's a rock there now.
Nice. Zach, do you remember the traps that were set up here? There was a net.
Oh yeah, there's a net like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? We should be able to use that somehow, I would think, right?
Yeah, we could use it somehow. Just set up a trap, with some nets. Maybe dig a hole, dig a hole, pit traps.
If anyone has moved. um
Yeah, Chris, we know.
Cool. So let's get some rest and then we'll set up our preparations. How much time do we have to recover until they arrive? Do they come at midnight?
We don't know. So someone should really be like on watch with the lantern and the code.
Could be. I will go and be watch somewhere. I'm doing well. I'm head upstairs.
Well, Zach, you already used your second wind and your action surge, and we have 2 players who not here, so you could kind of send them to do that if you want.
Yeah.
Alright, sure, we'll send them to do it. Yeah, because they've been practicing to do the signals and stuff.
Yeah.
Mercule is going to wake up and go over to the table, and as he walks there, he starts putting some things around. And he says, "Okay, cool. So," he calls over Durania. "Long, short, short, short. The ship initiates the exchange with the signal. Is it safe? Short, long, short, long. Everything is safe. That's when we're going to message them back. And then if they get our signal and approve, they're going to message long, long, long. Ready to unload. Come to the ship. The ship confirms with a reply with the signal."
So they are gonna expect someone to get
Carl
into
rolls over.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go in a boat."
Yeah. So they're not gonna come to shore. We are gonna go on a boat.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Oops. What about your backup, Zach?
My backup? I only did for plan A,
No, your the soldiers that were coming up along the shore.
Oh, they came and left. Don't worry. They carried back the dead bodies.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So it's just us then. Slight problem. Do we have a ship? Because
I thought they stayed here and were like milling about because we put the dwarf kids on ice.
Yeah, they're still here.
Oh, okay.
So they're around.
Yeah. The last
we need the boat.
Yeah, because the last time we were here, we scuttled the boat that they were trying to leave on.
Well, we have the boat that the 2 guys brought Zach up on.
All right.
Like that's down on the beach.
All right, cool. That's good. All right, I guess there's nothing for it but to get some rest and get ready to row.
Yep, and get Carl to look like somebody.
Yeah.
You gotta look like some thugs. Right.
So like, as well as napping and stuff, in the resty time, can I ask about who this Sambale person is?
Sambale was a guy who basically attacked us when he came. He seemed to be the leader of, well, not a leader, but he seemed to be the one in charge of this thing, this area.
Of this
Right.
end of the operation, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he led a small group of smugglers that would use the caves to store their loot.
And he's dead now?
Yeah, he is dead now. Killed him. Yep. Dude did not want to talk. Tried to talk to him, did not want to talk. He just shot 3 beams of fire to my face.
And Zack fell for his lady.
That is quite true, quite literally.
Yes.
That seems
Don't trust no woman.
ideal.
Try to do nice to a woman, and she just make you fall.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
You're definitely not the first person it's happened to.
Might be one of the few where the fall was 100 feet, but yeah.
Yeah. Then I woke up and I met another woman who I don't even know now.
What you mean you don't know her now?
Well, I know,
I'm her name?
no, you did. No, it's what I mean. I know her, but like, how do I know her?
Oh, you don't remember how you know her, that's what you say.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was like,
your characters are talking about this, right?
yeah.
Carl, you heard that?
That
He seems to have a bit of a memory issue.
Okay. I like cock my head to the side and I'm like, so you like, is there a lot of stuff you don't remember?
Apparently, I guess. I don't know. Because you seem to know me, Carl, but I don't remember you. Then I met this girl, on a ship. Hold on. I want to see what her name was. That's right.
And Zack pulls out a little notebook where he writes down the names of girls.
Is
Yeah.
it small and black?
Yep.
Zafira.
Yeah. Zafira.
Zafira. Yeah. And she seemed to be into me, and like, because I can't remember her, and I was like, yeah, now that I don't even remember. All I can remember is serving the crown, all I remember, and I think the king is a good king. And then now we have this guy here who said he's the real king. So I was like, what?
So Carl looks at you and then he looks like over his shoulder towards Caltrix and then back to you and is like, so you like don't remember, going to bars and stuff and talking to people much like from before you were a soldier and things.
I remember still going to bars, having a few drinks there. But I don't get drunk, I don't get too intoxicated,
You see Carl's like hand goes up to his neck and he's like, so you remember but you don't remember.
Yes, I don't remember.
Okay. Well, that must be disconcerting to say the least.
You have
I
no
hope
idea.
you I hope you are like able to come to terms with it. Or if you can't, find out a way to remember everything, at least be okay with not knowing.
Well, Carl, I guess, they wanted me to find out if I ask some questions, and I turned to, I look straight at him and be like, hold on, crap, wait, hold on. Right. turn to him and be like,
Nice.
"How do you know me, Carl?"
Carl, like, is from where we're sat, we're making like eye contact, and you just see him. He like leans very slightly to the left, looks over your shoulder to where Caltrix is
You know, and when
sitting.
he looks at Caltrix,
Leans.
I kind of stop him because I'm like, I kind of come like, looking at me, not Caltrix.
Caltrix was a couple beds over at the beginning of this conversation, but he's gotten a lot closer.
Yeah, I just get up and just come over to closer bed, and I'm just listening with this suspicion
And
look on my face.
Carl just like leans back to the center, like, and looks you in the eyes and goes, "Sleepy time for Carl," and he like rolls over and like just pulls a bedsheet over him, and then like minor illusions that rock back over himself.
Zach, I have a weird question for you.
Zach, what was your insight for?
Yeah, if I believe he was going to sleep.
With a 12, were you trying to portray something to him by your exaggerated
Yawn?
dialogue? Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, with your 12 insight, you'll understand that he looked behind you. You would have heard the bed creaking as Patrick got closer, and then all of a sudden, Carl decided that he was sleepy, so you could put two and two together and realize that he's kind of hiding information.
Yeah. Zach. I don't know exactly how to phrase this, but how sure are you that your memories are real?
I am like 50-50 at this point, man. You know?
Yeah. Should roll an insight on yourself.
Let's see. Oh. Now it moves.
Yeah.
You definitely do not know. Here's what I'll do so that it doesn't break it. I'm going to roll a GM history for you to see if you remember anything about Carl. You can't put your finger on anything from what you were saying quite yet. No. So yeah, you still can't remember the things that these people were bringing up.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't seem to remember or recall. I don't know what's real, what is not really real, but what is true. You know, I only remember serving the king most of my life, serving the crown. He's been, from my knowledge, the king has been, the orders the king has set me to do were basically for the betterment of the kingdom, and so far people have been meeting and stuff says otherwise, especially this guy right here.
Grog is going to talk in his sleep a little bit. No, keep that good berry away from me, no.
I mean, what kind of king is afraid of food?
Well, he is definitely a big question mark for us. I don't know where we stand with him either. We certainly are a band of misfits.
Yeah, we are.
Zach, as he says that we're a band of misfits, you think about the glowing stuff and you think about the giant hand. You agree that you believe that Paltrix was okay when he said he was okay. But it doesn't change the fact that that was a very strange, sinister, magical feeling around you.
All right. Caldrix, I know you. I know you're. You were well and all. But what's up? What was up with that hand that came out of nowhere?
Well, let me see how much how well I can explain this. The power I wield is not
If you're
from.
going to say the name, you're going to have to roll a wisdom save.
No, I'm not gonna say the name. The power that I wield is not from around here. I originally journeyed from way far away over the seas, and I'm sure that a lot of my spells and my magics are going to look very strange to everyone here. That's why I've kind of learned to keep a low profile over the years. Battlemaster.
Zach flexes in the bed as he's speaking to you.
Yeah. The thing is, where I originally came from, it was a place that was pretty close to, like there were the veils between planes were very thin there.
Right, I see. Well, it seems that you have some very strong connection to magic, to magical beings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Seems
weave
as if
is the weave over there is unnatural, and
perhaps
like
you
it or
should
not,
go.
I seem to have taken some of that with me.
Do you want to keep it?
I just want to live.
Does keeping it make you live? Can you live without it?
Well, it's kept us alive so far.
What? All right. What are you gonna? What is it? Is it? But is it like? Is it like? I don't know. Does it? Is it like affecting your mental health at least?
I'm gonna be honest and say yes. That it's been taking a toll on my mind.
See. Well, no
Roll a
power.
wisdom save as you say that, Caltrix.
Yeah. Wisdom. Give me a good one. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Caltrix, say one threatening thing, one life-threatening thing directed towards Zach.
I know your weakness and I know exactly how to kill you.
Really? Wait. Does Caltrix say it in his voice or a different kind of voice or some kind of different tone?
He says it in his voice, but he says it with the sort of seriousness that might activate your killer instincts, Zach. You know what it's like to be looked at by somebody who can and is willing to kill you. And Caltrix's gaze transforms into that for a second, and then it dissipates. Caltrix, you could carry on speaking. You didn't realize what you said.
Yeah.
I look at Caltrix like, what do you mean? What do you mean you know how to kill me?
What? No, I was saying the weave. The weave has a very. The best word I can use to describe it is a nasty feel to it. It. Sometimes it
From
feels.
what?
Yeah, when I use that power, it feels like death.
See, maybe such power is something you shouldn't hold on to, especially if it makes you bloodthirsty.
There's one thing I really need to do, and then after that, I don't care what happens to me. I need to find a certain person.
You hear this half asleep voice from like the bed next to you, because Carl's like not actually asleep yet, and
Yeah.
he just goes, we care what happens to you.
All I need to do is to find her. There's a woman called Gail whose unit I was part of. I need to find out what happened to her. Because if she died, then that would put my mind at rest. And if she lives, then that would mean that she betrayed me and that I am going to want to kill her.
And I'd be like, well, I understand the betrayal of a woman. All right, so you have my sword in that if it ever comes to that.
I appreciate it. And
but don't be threatening me here, man. Don't be threatening.
my powers will be used to keep this party alive.
All right. What we do now? We just rest. We wait.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, as soon as y'all say that you're going to go into long rest, we could just go to the end of the long rest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Zach. Yeah, your experience as a soldier is going to make it difficult for you to properly sleep after being threatened like that. You're going to kind of be a little bit wary of Caltrix, even though you trust him quite a bit. You know, getting a complete shut eye is going to be difficult, so you might sleep with one eye open. You'll regain all of your abilities, however, you wouldn't gain any HP.
I was on full HP. That second
Yeah.
one got me up.
Cool.
What makes it so much cooler is that Zach is hemmed in between Carl and myself. Zach,
So yeah,
Zach,
go ahead.
would you have gone in here and shut the door and put a chair against the door?
But hey, I forgot about that. You know, I really forgot about that. I had the screen zoomed in on three of us, basically. You know.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I really forgot about that room there.
I was quite intimate. I should have done that too. That was a good moment.
Yeah.
Everybody gets inspiration.
Very nice. I sleep really well actually. Because it's the first time that I've shared like anything at all about myself. So I sleep really well.
Nice.
What if you like when you wake up in the morning, or if you wake up to like pee in the night or anything, like there's a glass of clean water next to your bed, like both of you. Like there's just a glass of water by your bed.
Nice.
In this space, is there like a kitcheny bit or anything like that around? Or is
Yes.
it just like okay. So in the like morning when he wakes up, hopefully like slightly before everyone else.
So you wouldn't go all the way to the morning, actually.
Well, like,
at around 1 o'clock, you will hear a summons from Mercule.
Nice.
Okay. So I want to make a like quick raid of the kitchen and see if there's any like dry goods stuff still there.
Yeah, you could find some dried meats and stuff like that, as well as some ale, some red wine, and some salted fish.
Cool. Is there any chance there's some like corn flour in the cupboards?
Nah, none.
Damn, awkward. Okay. So I take the rest and I like hand it round to the guys, like when they wake up, just to kind of keep everyone going.
Nice.
And I assume we hear from Mercule and Durania that it's go time.
Yep. So yeah, Durania will come rushing down in the form of a rabbit. Basically, this rabbit just pounces in and turns into Durania and says, "We're late. They're here. They're outside. Mercule is using Mercury's using the lantern.
All right, let's go.
Cool. Let's go then. And we start heading down towards the boat, I guess.
Yeah.
Does anybody the Zach not Zach, Carl and Caltrix, I think. Y'all remember the accents that the guards had?
One of them was kind of like your faux Chinese sort of ish one, and the other one was like a New Yorker.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Good one, Carl.
Okay, cool. So yeah, y'all will go over there and you'll see the boat is waiting at the cove here. The water isn't where you see it in the picture. The water is all the way up here right now. There'll be a little bit of wading to get to the water, but you can see the two guys are inside, sort of resting, chatting with each other as they see you all.
Wait, what you do there? Time to go?
It's time. The boat's here.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. When we put you on the boat, what do we do? Do we come back here?
I look to the two of you and go, so are we taking the boat or are we sinking the boat?
No, we need to go out to the ship. So
Right.
Yeah. Are we sinking the ship or are we taking their ship?
we'll try to take it.
Yeah, both will come in handy.
So I like say to the two guys, it would probably be safer for you to not be right next to the boat, but if you could be around to the ship, but if you could be around in case things don't go to plan,
Yeah.
that would be really helpful.
What's the signal going to be?
We'll be screaming and leaping over the side of the boat.
I don't think they will be able to hear the screaming part, given how far we are. I guess maybe one of these guys could shoot up a magic spell. No? Like a flare.
Yeah.
It is overcast outside. There's no moon, so it is quite dark. That's a big advantage for you all approaching.
Right.
But yes, the sound of the waves alone would be enough to mask any screams and howls.
Yeah.
Just look for twin beams of light. One red, one green.
We will see it and we will come. Do not worry. I have fought with each of you, and I believe that you have what it takes.
Nice. Carl, if we can't take that ship, does this ship have cannons?
I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah. Most likely it would.
Well, if we can't take the ship, you will probably have to set off the powder magazine.
Okay.
All right. Zach, you're on point.
Yo. Up. Yep. Gotcha. Let's go.
Oh no, wait. Actually, Carl, you're on point. Oh, should I say San Ballet?
So, do you guys know what he sounded like or anything?
Just roll the R's.
Piratey. He sounded piratey.
Yeah.
He sound kind of like this.
Yeah.
It's time to be board on a ship, lads.
Nice.
He's also fairly charming.
Yeah, he's a charming pirate. He's like a Jack Sparrow kind of talking kind of thing.
So a lighter kind of pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Get to the oars, my beauties. It's time we're seeing the rest of the crew.
Aye, Captain.
All right, roll a little performance for me, Carl, just to see if you could get a nice little piratey looking thing inside of these clothes. You're guided by Caltrix, so add a d4 to it.
Performance plus 4. Is that with the help action and therefore advantage?
No, it's not help action, but you do get 25, so you're good to go. So yeah, you'll jump onto this boat, and as you move out of the cove, out of the light from the torches that were placed there, you're swallowed up by the darkness of an overcast sky. There's no moon around. There's nothing reflecting off of the ocean. There's a lot of movement. The gods suggest that they're going to just have to go based on the directions of the waves, because any sort of light that they cast could give you all away. As you all are approaching that ship, you could see in the distance just a complete black screen, save for a couple orange lights that basically make out the outline of the upper deck of a ship. The light reflects softly off of two sets of sails that are pulled down, and there's also a small, far less obvious light from the crow's nest. On a night with a moon out, those lights wouldn't have been as visible, but with nothing else to compete against them, you all can see it. From anybody have any sort of experience with ships? Well, either way, there is a crow's nest, and the ship is broadside facing the coast. So as you all exit the cove, you all are heading straight towards the cannon side of the ship. It's probably about like 80 feet or so away from where you all would have sailed out from. But you all are heading in towards what now appears to be a spotlight, a large circle of light that shines down from the side of the ship towards the water, highlighting a small ladder.
Can we give assignments to the other two?
Yes.
So, like, Duranga is going to be on rescue duty. She is going to shapeshift into a shark, if that's allowed. And her job is just to stay in the water and rescue us if we need to bail.
Her level is just a little bit too low for that. I don't think she did her level up to 3 to get a swim speed.
Okay.
So Mercule is on rescue duty and can swim around.
Yeah, Mercule has a natural swim speed.
Right, cool. Oh yeah, he's water, right?
Bears have a swim speed.
You're not allowed to have a swim speed no matter what. At a lower level.
Okay.
Yeah. So alright, so Mercule is rescue duty. Oh, which sucks. He would my idea for him was that he would just stay hidden and steal shit. Yeah.
Are we going in hot, or are we like trying to talk our way on and then see what happens?
I don't think we'll have to do too much talking, because with this operation I expect them to try to be quiet. And with the lantern signals successful, we should be able to get onto the ship. Once we get onto the ship, however, we may have to go loud very quickly, because they will know that we are not one of them.
Cool.
So you can give it a try. Say that maybe we are associates or something. I don't know. See what you can do. But we'll be prepared to go loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, on to the ship.
Yes, so as you all are approaching the ship, you all are about 50 feet off from it. In 40 feet, you all will be in the light. What y'all doing?
We can either try to board where the ladder is, or we can try and go around. But
I think we should board where the ladder is. Try not
yeah.
to arouse any suspicion.
Sanbal's outfit,
You'll,
you know, with his
so
hat and so on. With Sanbal's outfit, with his he had this.
Yeah, looking maximally piratey. I make my way to like the front of the prow,
and they shouldn't be able to see your face from that angle.
And I have my like sort of piratey looking headgear of some kind, and I'm like sort of standing 1 foot up onto the prow, looking as piratey as possible.
All right, and Zach and I will just be in the boat in line behind him, so that they don't get a good look at us.
Yeah.
It's cool. The ship is just at the cusp of this ring of light, and the two guards on your ship. The two guards on your ship.
Yeah.
The two guards on your ship sort of bring it to a halt and say, "Do we go forward now?"
Up to the ladder.
You sure it's okay? We look like guards.
I minor illusion over their clothes to make them look like pirates.
All right. You could do that over one of them. What about the other one? Anybody have any options?
Well, I mean, one will have to stay with the boat anyways.
We could use one as a hostage, and he's a hostage and we captured him.
Then we'd have to explain why we brought him out, I guess. But
I feel like I'm not sure we're going to have a lot of time for explaining. I think it's really a get on the boat.
He'll just stay on the boat. Someone has to stay on the boat anyway to make sure it doesn't float away. So, he can stay down there until action starts.
All right.
If you ever asked Carl, you can just say he stole it from a guard he killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think if we just try to go in at a bit of an angle so that me and the guard I've got the minor illusion on are the ones who are more facing them. That's probably the best we can do.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, the small boat is going to move in closer and closer to this ship as the circumference of that spotlight starts to overcome you all. The light starts to paint the bow of this ship, and then the Sandbelly's boot donned by Carl up his leg, up his flamboyantly colored open shirt onto his beardless face. Coming back, it paints over Zach's armor, it paints over Caltrix as well, the minor illusion guard, and then the unillusioned guard. And these guys are going to get a little bit closer and closer. The entire boat is now covered with light. You could hear a lot of movement on top of the ship, and as you all are so close to the side of the ship, you can't see what's going on top. You can only hear. And you hear somebody say,
Get ready for them. Quickly.
and what are you guys doing?
I start climbing up the ladder, and I go,
I'll ask.
"Yeah,
You have to ask permission to. You have to ask permission to come aboard.
permission to come aboard." Yeah,
Using your same performance from before.
Why? Come up then. Who be ye?
Zoe, Sambley. And Carl starts climbing up, and as I get to the
Before you get to the top, Caltrix will probably notice somebody moving towards the edge of that ship. And as he does, he'll see that that person has a second
Crossbow.
crossbow, a light crossbow. The tip of the bolt will glisten with orange from one of the lights on the ship, and you'll see that it's pointing over.
Covers blown. Zach, Carl, covers blown. Covers blown.
Oh, Brad. I would say, well then, let's get up there quickly.
Yep. We are going loud. I mean, it could have just been like them playing it safe, but no, this is. I really feel this is as far as we were gonna get.
I have hands on the boat.
Your hand is right up on the top, and you can get up, but you hear. Actually, you probably wouldn't. You'd be whispering that, right, Caltrix?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's roll initiative, guys.
All right.
I don't see my token to click.
Oh,
there I am. No, it's fine. I was just in the wrong place.
Oh, okay.
My thing was scrolled. Oh. Well, 14. What actually? I don't know why it didn't come up in the queue.
Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20. All right. Oops. Not 29, don't worry. Is your initiative, guy? Sometimes you're just taking a while to load, sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
That's alright.
Oh, cool. A nice little 5. Cool. This guy is going to.
Boy.
I do not like the look of this.
My hands are clean. This was not my plan.
Your hands can be clean and dead, huh?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll die happy.
All right, cool. Yeah. Zach. What do you do? Yeah.
Okay. I tried to board the ship.
You're going to go up behind Carl?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Carl, you see that Zach has joined you. In what way are you joining? In a way that will key Carl into what you're thinking?
We're going to fight, right?
You're going to try to be quiet, or you're going to try to come up like aggressively so that he will realize what's up.
Kind of aggressively, yeah. So he knows that hey, they're going to attack us from there.
Okay, cool. So you could reach just behind them, and you could see the tip of the crossbow bolt. There, Zach. You can't get past him on this ladder unless you push him out of the way.
Yeah, I won't do that.
All right, so you're just behind him. He's at the tip. You could prepare to jump on and do something as he gets off, but otherwise you're stuck here unless you want to try a ranged thing to shoot that crossbow, which is all you could see.
I could pull out my light crossbow. Yeah.
Don't you have a long ass glaive?
10 feet. Will that hit it?
Yeah.
Wait, what am I hitting? Who has it?
So somebody has a crossbow that you could see the tip of. And it's leaning over the edge. He's not showing his face.
Right. Yeah, I'll use my glaive. And I'm not really seeing how this works.
Hook him over.
So you could knock the crossbow out of his hand is probably the best case scenario.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I think that's the thing I'll do.
All right, roll it. Well, so as you swipe, you let out a bit of a grunt, using all of your strength to lift this glaive up while still holding onto this ladder. The ladder shakes as you take this swipe. Carl, roll a dex save to try to hold on. Actually, you know what? Roll a strength saving throw to try to hold on. Keep holding on to this ladder as you're there. Zach, you will graze the edge of the top of this ship, but you wouldn't knock his crossbow away. As you do that, however, you will hear someone say, "Blast it! We've been had, boys! We've been had!"
15?
Yeah, you managed to hold on, Carl, as this thing shakes up and down. Caltrix, you see these guys sort of waving around on this rope ladder that's descended. And what do you do, Carl?
As I'm at the top, can I see what the ones in front of me are doing or what they're holding?
You could peek over and see that this guy here is holding second. Yeah, this guy here is holding a scimitar. This guy here is holding a light crossbow. And this interesting looking little gnome over here, her hands are glowing as she looks expectantly to where you will be.
Guess that one's yours, Carl.
I was thinking maybe not so much.
She seems
all right.
cute.
So, are there any nets or anything on the deck?
From where you're going, you'll have to use your investigation action if you'd like to check and see.
I think then what I'll do is, can I move in the space next to it, or are they too much up against the side for me to get over?
You would have to push one out of the way. You could, however, do acrobatics and sort of try to use the ladder to pull you towards the side and maybe come up over here.
If I swung myself around and accepted opportunity attacks from the potentially pair of the ones on the right as I look at them, do I think I could make it over to here? And like,
Nah, you don't think you could, but what you could do is you could probably balance on top of these things, but you'll have disadvantage on dexterity checks, and probably a little bit minus to your AC because you'll be balancing on this beam. Besides that, they're well up against this wall, so breaking through that formation will be a little bit difficult.
okay, so I'm going to. My eyes start to glow, and I like the two, one with the scimitar and the one with the crossbow. Like, it's like this glow emanates towards the pair of them, and both of them make intelligence saves.
Right, cool. I'm going to give the scimitar guy a yellow circle, and I'm going to give the crossbow guy a green circle. Yeah. And
Okay.
they're going to do their save starting with yellow and then with green. Describe to me what's going on.
They feel like this whipping like sensation inside their minds as I cast Mind Whip on them.
Nice.
Cool. So the yellow guy, the scimitar boy, is going to pass with a 19, I assume. The second guy rolled an 8.
Okay. So crossbow guy gets 8 damage, and the other one gets 4.
Cool.
And
oh, what a pounding headache! What just happened there?
and I like sort of with my movement, I try to just shove myself as much to the side here as I can to let the other guys get up and over flash past me.
Cool. I'm gonna put you here. It's still gonna be a little bit of a squeezing situation.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna. Yeah, actually, you could try to get here. No, yeah. Jump down, and you could get to this point. However, Homegirl over here had prepared for you to jump up. So while you are on this balancing beam over here, she's going to use a prepared spell. So she take a little risk there because if you didn't do nothing, she would have wasted her spell slot. But here comes Mel's acid arrow. Them's a lot of dice. All right, cool. So it didn't show the description. Hold on. There you go. A shimmering green arrow streaks towards you, and it bursts into a spray of acid.
What's her roll to hit?
It rolled 22 to hit.
I can't beat that.
All right. The arrow splashes the target with acid for 10 acid damage.
Okay.
And some of the acid is sort of burning into your costume, and you feel like it's going to burn through your costume by the end of your next turn. You have a free object interact left. I wouldn't remind you about object interact again for the night.
Yeah, that's fine. So as I'm like, did I still make it over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So as I get there, I like pull a net out from inside my bag of equipment, and it's just like hanging by my side as I'm like flailing at this acid.
Right. As you end your turn. you'll take another 2d4 damage at the end of your turn, which will be over here. That was 3. Sorry, I wouldn't take that. Take the 2, 8. Oh, wow.
I'm not seeing those rolls, by the way.
Oh, okay. Maybe from
Yeah.
the character sheet, it goes straight to GM. I'll figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, Carl, that ends your turn, yes?
Yeah.
You going to want to make a dexterity saving throw, Zach. Great, Zach. This guy over here is going to just slash at the rope ladder, and it's going to start to descend. You manage to grab onto one of the holes of the ship itself and cling on to the edge of the ship with no problem with a dexterity saving throw of 20. I will give you the option of being on top or hanging from the side.
I'll be on top.
All right, cool. So you are balanced on top of this thing in a very cool pose, and Caltrix, a ladder falls onto your face. Yeah, Zach, is now your turn.
Attack the guy in front of me with my glaive. What? Wait, what is this?
So, glaving it from so close, balancing. Give me a free acrobatics check to see if you manage to keep your balance on top here.
Fun. Acrobatic.
Yeah, so as you slash at this guy with this glaive, you muster up all of your core strength to try to stay on top. And as you hit him, you are pushed backwards a little bit. But because he grabs onto it, you holding onto your glaive, you manage to keep yourself from falling over and maintain your balance again. Roll your strike for this guy.
I'm gonna use a distracting strike.
Ooh.
Jeez. Rolls are really not on my side today.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, except for that second win that you rolled.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, this guy is now, he has this glaive stuck into his armor. So he's very much focused on you in particular, and he takes 13 slashing damage. Now he
Just 8 slashing damage.
so he dies. But this thing is stuck inside him, and he and you are going to fall backwards. His body is going to hook up on the edge of the ship, and you're just holding on to it, being kept up here by his weight alone.
Gotcha. Can I so I'm trying to picture it. So I'm hanging off the ship.
So your feet are on top of the edge of this railing, yeah? Your glaive is stuck inside this guy's armor, and he died and rolled forward towards the ridge, the banister, and he's stuck there with your glaive stuck in his armor, which you're holding on to, keeping you from falling.
I don't know if I could just push him back.
You probably can't push him back, but you could probably use your movement to get up onto the ship.
Yeah, use my movement.
All right, cool. You might need to let go your glaive for a moment to do that.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So yeah, you are up. You could get to this space, and yeah, you are on the ship. As you board the ship, this guy had prepared his action. He cuts this rope over here, and he is going to swing around. Caltrix, you see the shadow of a fat dwarf above you, and he is going around here, and as he reaches over here, he's going to try to strike at you. As he does that, you notice Carl and Zach, how he used his momentum to really put some force into that attack, and you get the impression that if you guys swing around, it might help. He rolls 13 plus 3, 13, 14, 15, 16 to hit. Zach? Right, so that's 4 damage to you, Zach. And this guy lands with a thump, and as he does, his belly jiggles, and even the fat on the top of his bald head jiggles, and this fat guy just lands here heavily. Caltrix, you're on this ship, and the 2 guards are like, what do we do now?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself, and I'm gonna direct them to row the boat over here, and let's see if we can climb up the anchor.
Okay, cool. So this wouldn't cost your movement. You still have your movement left. And roll an athletics to try to climb up that anchor.
Athletics. Let's hope that this works pretty well. Athletics. Ish.
Ish is right. So you're climbing up this thing, and it's a bit tough. So you wouldn't get onto the ship, but you managed to hold on and get to the banister, the rim of the ship.
Cool. Okay, that's my turn.
All right, now at this point, you are going to hear Captain Stigard yell out, "Shape up, you dog!" And as he does that, you could see everybody sort of like tenses their muscles and focuses heavily on what they're going to do. And he is going to use his crossbow attack. Can he see anybody here, boy? Let's see what his line of sight really looking like. Yeah, he can see Zach. Who's Zach?
Huh?
Everybody's seeing you, boy. Yeah, so he's going to do his. Actually, he'll do his 200. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's going to hold on to this crossbow and take careful aim and fire at you with 16, doing 6 piercing damage. You are very much the focus over here. You did a good job at distractingly striking this guy. Everybody's attention is on you except for this gnome, who is completely transfixed by this guy dressed as Sandbelly. Speaking of a gnome being completely transfixed at this guy dressed as Sandbelly, Punketa is going to say, "Who you come up here dressed like that? Why you think that you could just steal fashion? Steal goods, steal wine, no steal fashion? This disgusts me. You disgust me."
Carl looks her dead in the eyes and just goes, "What are you talking about? I make this look good."
Yes.
and his cape like creeps out from his like disguise and just billows magnificently. And looks like it's flipping her off with its lapel.
It's a pity we couldn't keep her.
A beam of crackling blue light shimmers from her hands and then lances out towards you. It forms an arc of lightning, and as it strikes at you with 17.
I cast shield, and this wall of like opalescent, like it's almost like the air hardens in front of me, and my finger just comes out from the side of it, and I flip her off around my shield.
So as you do that, she says, "I'm glad you put up shield. I don't want to see you ugly." And your shield takes 1 lightning damage. That was a real low roll on my side. It doesn't do anything mechanically that your shield takes lightning damage. I just wanted to let you know how low my damage roll was.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, this bandit guy is going to kick this guy overboard and come into this space and roll with advantage as you're flanked.
No, he won't. I cancel his advantage because
Okay,
it's what's it called? Restore balance.
very cool. So, describe to me how so.
So as he goes to sort of swing at Zach, I go, "Hey, ugly, you suck," and just distract him enough that he doesn't get any kind of advantage.
It's really cool because Carl can look directly at this guy over the gnome.
So as you say, hey, ugly, he's going to look towards you.
Who told him? Why did anybody tell him? It's a secret.
And will strike without advantage.
Striking me?
Yar. So he is going. Everybody, rail up on you, boy. He's going to scimitar you up. Zach, why everybody rolling so good against you?
Why you rolling shit?
Yeah, boy.
What did he get?
Zach, switch it. Enable dark mode, Zach. Switch it. Switch it up. It was a 22 to hit. Does that succeed?
Of course that will succeed.
6 damage.
Yeah, I'm parrying.
Nice.
That might
Nice. So this as he's not looking and he comes down at you with the scimitar, you could just twist your glaive in and turn his strike out. And the clinking of that gets the attention of everybody. Yeah, they recognize that you are the real deal. And Zach, what do you do on your turn?
well, I don't have my glaive. I pull up my great sword.
I think I disappeared from the turn order.
That's weird.
Yeah.
No, you're here underneath Zach.
I don't
Wait,
see it.
what?
It's in on-
Oh, interesting. There are 2 of each of you.
No.
I only see me and Zach in this queue that I'm looking at.
Okay, so all right.
'Cause I was-
You rolled a 11, Caltrix.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I see in you. I'm going to try to make it so that you see you.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it registered your role and everything.
Yeah.
All right,
But yes, you are after Zach in any accord.
Alright, cool.
all right.
You're not seeing other people too? Who y'all seeing?
I see in Caltrix now. I saw you just moving back
We
up.
see everything.
I saw him coming and you moved up.
You're seeing and is okay. There are two Zachs. Okay, so it looks like one of these Zachs is from previously.
Huh.
And only one Carl.
Right now, I see 5 enemies and 3 of us once.
Oh, all right. So you're not after Zach. You're after Bandit. Did you miss a turn?
Wait, now Zach is gone.
Where am I? I'm going now.
Yeah.
This is very weird. Okay. Did you all click on your tokens and click initiative?
Yeah.
I think
so.
that it kept your old ones. I don't know. I don't have answers. I don't actually have answers.
Initiative was not that high. Was initiative?
Was it not?
No, it was 12.
It was 12.
12? Okay, cool. So then the original one that was before Altrix was the official one. And now
It was 8.
it is Carl's turn. So after this bandit who just struck and you parried his Carl.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I think I was after Zach.
Yeah. So here I'm gonna send a picture of what I see it into the chat. You'll tell me if it's what you see it.
So as Carl like looks around, is Caltrix like just getting up over the end, or is he not there?
Yeah, you'll see a hand, maybe. What's your passive perception?
Like 14.
Yeah, you'll see a hand.
So I like I'm looking around, and then I see this hand, and I just go, Caltrix, help! And this net like explodes out of my hand, and the shield in front of me disappears, and this net blasts towards Gnome Girl, and she has to make a DC 15 dex save.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
That is
Alright,
good.
cool. So as this net blasts out towards her, she could see it, and she says, "Fishnets are so last year. You disgust me." And she's making her save. 21 to save.
Okay, then the next guy has to make the save.
Okay. And that bandit is going to say, "I don't know, I quite like fishnets." And rolled an 8.
Cool. So he takes 14 damage and is now restrained. So his attacks have disadvantage, and attacks against him have advantage.
I would like to suggest that you're wrong.
Okay.
Because he's never going to attack again. So he's down.
So as this gnome like dives out of the way, I would like to run back this way, looking for a rope, and seeing if I can figure out how to detach said rope and have it swing me into the like rigging.
The Rattlins.
Cool. As you go away, this lady is going to try to just swipe at you and miss. And you do see a rope there, but it's attached to the what's the name of
Cleat?
this?
We can't see that.
Pointy bit.
The bowsprit.
The pointy bit.
Yep.
What's it called, Caltrix?
RITE. That.
Right, cool. So the bowsprit, yes, it's attached to that, so it wouldn't swing you in the direction you want, but you would look across and see at the top of these staircases there is another one.
So I run that way and grab that rope. I think I can make 5. Yep. So that's as far as I can make, and I don't know if I can shift it with my object interaction. Otherwise,
So,
I'm just like
you could cut it.
Yeah, I pull out a dagger and like slice it. Just hanging onto it.
All right, cool. So if you have a dagger, and because it's usually an action to take one out, I'll let you take it out and slash it, but you don't get to hold on to the dagger. You want to do it?
That's fine. Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, you slash this thing, and yeah, you're going to fly. First of all, up into the air, as now 2 of these ropes that go down, the sail drops. And as it drops and you're spinning around here, you're going to land either here if you try to drop down, or you could come all the way over. You could make a full circle. So you tell me, where does you'd like to go?
I would like to try and get, like, if the like the sails and stuff are coming down, as I'm sort of swinging around, I want to try and drop either into the sails or somewhere where I'll have cover from the captain.
Nice.
Like, so I don't know where the sails are dropping from.
So the sails are dropping from this central mast here. And you could get cover behind them.
Yeah, so I guess I'm on that side of them as they drop.
Cool. All right, so I'm just going to put a little cover thing for you. Right. This bandit wouldn't be able to get you because you're not actually next to him. You're up in the sails, correct?
Yeah.
But he is going to hear somebody yell out to him to lift the anchor now. And he's going to run in this direction, giving Zach an opportunity.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Take him down.
Great sword.
This is the time to roll really good. Crit him and kill him.
Oh yeah.
Critical 12.
Hey Zach, take off 3D dice.
Why?
Because maybe that's what's giving you bad luck.
What you're talking about, bad luck at 12 hits.
Oh wow.
Yes, so this thing does quite a lot of damage to him, but he's focused on his task. And yeah, he's gonna take those 6 damage. And describe what you do to his back as you great sword it as he's walking away, Zach. Zach?
Yeah, my turn?
I said describe what you do to his back when you hit him with that great sword.
Oh. I just Well, I swing it like horizontally when he walked away. You know?
If you swung it horizontally, you manage to get at his bridge straps and his pants fall down as he's running away. But he just steps out of them, and Punkita is going to yell out, No, that looks horrible. We're going to lose to these unfashionable scum. He gets over to the anchor and he starts to try to raise it. Caltrix, you're getting a free ride up, man.
Yep, I am. Hello.
Yeah. So, Zach, it's back to you, man. Ooh, crap. Just now.
Oh wow, something.
Zach, it's back to you. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna attack this no one who just keeps talking and talking and talking. You know?
She's not just talking, she's also been acting. Yeah, you're gonna hit her. You are going to hit her, and she takes. She's going to. Yeah, she's gonna take that damage, and yell out. That's okay with me because scars are in style now.
She's pretty cool.
This voice from the folds of the sail up above just go, no, she isn't. She sucks.
Caltrix, you get a free ride up, boy.
Yeah.
As God of my wit. Alright.
So since this guy is occupied trying to turn the capstan, do I get advantage on trying to blast him?
But roll initiative with me. Just roll a straight initiative.
So, okay, well, 1 second. Yep, did that add it?
21. Please. Oh, it's stuck on 20 for a second. But then moved over to 8. Yeah, go ahead. Roll to strike.
Okay, agonizing.
With advantage.
Which does not help.
So yeah, basically, as you let out this agonizing blast, the anchor trips you up a little bit, and it just like explodes out in the wrong direction, and you miss, which makes me happy.
All right.
And yeah, anything else?
No, I don't think so. I'm kind of where I want to be. Can I get over here? Whoops. Just the other side of the bowsprit to starboard.
Righty, cool.
Yeah. So right there.
Captain Snake Eyes is going to use one of his captain skills and get Punketa to do an action on his turn. And she's going to run past Zach, allowing her opportunity attack.
Attacking.
And yeah, that one will miss. And she's going to let out a gust of wind onto the sails. And as that happens, a couple things going to go down. First of all,
Oh no.
First of all, you're gonna be propelled forward. Roll a deck save to not be like completely thrown off of the ship. It's a pretty high deck save you have to make, but I believe in you. Oh.
Never believe in the curse.
So, Caltrix just sees Carl flying over him, and as I fly over him, my cape billows behind me, and I go, "I'll be back in a minute," and I just disappear into the darkness.
And you just
Caltrix is gonna be like, "No fair, I want that spell."
As that happens, and the sails are filled with wind, the captain uses object interaction to pull at the rudder and turn the ship. Everybody without a sea legs ability, do who is on the ship, roll a dex save.
Who is on the ship? Dex save. Here we go.
Oh yeah, guys. So yeah, you guys drift about a little bit as you feel this big lurch as the ship just blasts into action and starts to turn towards the starboard side. Caltrix, not Caltrix, Carl, you splash down into the cold water. The sharpness of that cold is going to shock you and sort of distract you as to where you are. Everything goes black for a second. All sound disappears and is replaced by this. I don't know how to describe the sound of being underwater, but you know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And you could just roll a deck save to see if you could swim your way back up. Otherwise, you might later have to do some cons to see if you could hold your breaths. Stifled wobbling echo is actually pretty great, Caltrix. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So you manage to break the surface of the water, and I'll tell you what you see on your turn. Punketa, well, she used her action with the captain, so she doesn't have anything to do now. But she just sort of laughs maniacally as the ship goes off and she sees you blast away. This bandit is dead. And Carl, it is your turn. You breach the top of the water in time to see that your two guard friends are actually in the small boat at the edge of this ship, and they're about to be struck with it as it turns. And let's see if they're going to capsize. Yeah, they don't manage to push off, and the entire ship turns over, and they are now in the water with you. They're wearing heavy armor. What do you do?
Can I see both of them?
Barely. There's a bit of light coming from rooms and windows from the bow of the ship.
But enough that I can target them.
Enough that you could target. probably one of them who's sort of held on, the New Yorker one.
If I like try to swim towards them, is it likely I'd be able to see them both?
It's possible.
Okay, I swim as much as I can towards them.
So yeah, you realize that you're fighting to swim more than usual because of the currents created by the ship. But luckily, those same currents sort of push you away from being hit by them, and you end up the same place by where the ship was, and you can now see both of them. What do you do?
I twin spell levitate, and the pair of them start floating out of the water. So they float up by 20 feet.
Nice. So yeah, as you twin spell this levitate, both of them are going to be 20 feet, which is not enough to actually no, it should be enough to break the top of this ship. They can sort of see over it. Caltrix, you just see like a leg, an armored leg dripping, and then you see a meditating guy in heavy armor floating very comfortably.
He's levitating and meditating.
Yeah, he was ready to die. He was, gone full lotus and says, "This is the end." But it didn't work out.
Yeah, it's
so
seven.
as they're floating up, I'm trying to keep my head above the water, and I like yell out to these guys as I see them disappearing over the ship as the ship is coming forward, because they're static, and the ship, it just moves under them, I assume, because it was pushing them out of the way.
Yeah.
And I just go, "You should get ready to land on the ship. I'm not sure how long I can hold you up."
The guy who's meditating is going to roll a strike at this guy over here. And he is going to be downed as you'll basically see a shuriken fly forth from his hands. His eyes are still closed.
Oh, nice.
And this guy is going to get knocked out. And the other one is just going to let out a huge cry, which will get the attention of the captain and Punketa, giving you all advantage on strikes to them for, say, 4 turns.
Cool.
All right. This bandit guy just died. Zach, it's your turn. Talkie Gill went up some stairs and is now up on top here. The ship is moving, so it's difficult terrain.
All right. Difficult is
Half movements.
5, 10, 15.
You could have gone 5, 10. Diagonals only costs extra if it's around the corner of a building or something.
Yes, that'll be it.
Right, so from here, you are 10 feet away from her, just saying.
I don't have my glaive. I dropped my glaive. Have the glaive go out.
Oh, well, maybe you should retrieve it.
Let's see. Okay, well, let's see. I think I dropped it like so I was here.
Inside this guy.
Yeah, so 1, 5, 10. I pick back up my glaive. Right. I'll sheath the sword, put back the glaive as my action, and walk again here. So that should be 15.
Right, Caltrix.
I am going
Difficult terrain for you as well.
I am going to drop the anchor.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you rush over to this thing, and you realize that the anchor is stuck on this fat guy's body.
Nice. So I'm going to need to get him off of it. So can I like just drag him out of the way of the spars?
Yeah, roll a strength.
Sure.
Roll athletics.
Athletics. Wow, I never do well in athletics.
Yeah, so
Carl and Caltrix need to start going to the gym together.
So yeah, you try to pull at this guy, but he's just too fat. His dead body weight is seems like 10 times as heavy as a regular person. That was your action. You still have bonus action and object interact.
I think that is pretty much it for me for now. Oh wait, bonus. Is guidance a bonus? I'll guide myself and for next turn.
You should have do it before, man.
No, it would have helped anyway, so
All right, cool. So,
Yeah.
Captain Snake Eyes is going to yell out, barricade the doors. We're gonna kill them, but still, keep the cold-blooded ones inside. And yeah, when he does that, he will try to crossbow Zach.
Oh, guidance is an action.
That's why he didn't do it.
Yeah, that's
All right, cool. Yeah, Zach, this guy is gonna roll as he's holding onto the rudder. He aims towards you, and you can see this thing lining up with the center of your eyes. But a strong wind blows, and he has to use his body to sort of push the rudder and keep it on course. And his bolt misses you completely. Puketa, however, is going to rush towards this spot here. Climb up. So now she is also standing on top of the railing, balancing along with you. And she is going to do something a little bit higher than level 1. $18 to hit with a witch bolt.
Yeah, that hits.
11 lightning damage.
Ouch.
I like her.
Yeah. And yeah, that's her turn there. Carl, what's up?
So is the anchor all the way up, or like, is there anything I can hold on to climb back up?
Do you have another dagger?
Yeah, I've got one dagger. So I dropped the other one on the deck.
The ship itself is not completely plumb, so there are handholds that you could sort of get it. However, as it started to turn, it is getting quite dark here, and light you recognize is an issue.
Okay.
Let me reroll. Let me reroll weather and see if I could get some light for you.
Triangle with drippiness? I don't know what that is.
Okay, I need to go to the light thing to see it. Okay, cool. That is eastward wind. So that's actually pretty interesting. So the breeze is going to blow a little bit differently, and north was in towards the shore. So northwest, east. That is going to push this ship even more so in this direction, and Captain is going to have to sort of work a lot to try to keep the ship under his control. That occurring, though, a ship is is sailing towards you.
Okay. I want to try and like claw my way up the side with the dagger I have, and get up. I'm hoping that like the anchor has dinged this part up, so it's a bit easier than other places. So I don't know Caltrix is trying to drop the anchor, so I'm going towards the anchor.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Roll athletics.
I'm going to use my inspiration point.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. So as you put your hand out to sort of stab at the ship, the breeze blows forward and it basically jumps forward into your dagger, and you manage to get up and find a foothold until you could reach to the window. As you're using your inspiration and everything, you see inside this room.
Okay. Yeah. Is that
Okay.
a window I can like fit through?
You know, it probably might be. How would you open it? It's closed.
If it's closed and it's not like just a roll in, then Carl wouldn't be doing that. He'd be trying to save his friends. So he just carries on like scaling the upside to get to people.
Yeah, and you get up on top of the ship, and yeah, you are.
Did I have to use my action or anything for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think I might be done.
Cool. Well, for the sake of time, here's what we'll do. You could use a help action with Caltrix to try to get this anchor down. So Caltrix and Carl, roll for me, and Zach, is your turn.
I was planning to use my inspiration to get the body off.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll manage to drop the anchor.
Yeah.
And as that occurs, Zach and Pinkunta are going to take deck save.
Yeah.
And you have an inspiration by Zach?
Yeah, no, I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
By the way, I drop concentration on levitate while the guys are still over the boat, so that they will float down onto the boat and not off the back of it.
Nice. Yeah, Pinkunta is going to fall. You could direct her fall. You could push her off, or you could push her on and then attack her. If you push her on, she'll be prone and you'll have advantage on a melee strike.
Yeah, push her on.
Are you serious? Come on, man.
Yeah, you push her on, she's prone, and what do you do?
Attack. 17.
The first time you roll two good things, way. Okay, and yeah, that brings her down quite a bit, but she's not gone yet, Zach. What do? She's still prone.
Sorry, that's not it. Action surge.
Yup. Same advantage.
Wait,
All right, cool. Yeah, and as you action surge this and you're going to hit her again, your first one is going to, as she lifts up one of her hands, you see it glow, and you cut off that hand, and she yells out a huge scream, lifting up her left hand and doing a sign with it as she starts to speak in Gnomish, and you take that second strike and cut off that hand as well, and she's now yelling with blood spouting from both of the stubs of her arms. And she says, "Red is so last season."
Well, she's not used to us now.
And she knocks out there. And yeah, as that occurs, you all would just see that the captain is going to run and jump off the back of the ship. And that's where we're going to end for today.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Good job, team.
Yeah. Don't toot when the noobs come back.
Yeah.
Zach, you have got to be more careful around edges and angry women.
Yeah.
We're like a really shitty SEAL Team 6.
Well, SEAL Team 5.
You're like a SEAL team 6 out of 100.
Yeah.
But that was good. We need to work together to find a way to bring that sort of imagination to some of the newer players. Because things really flow nicely when people use their environment. Like this ship, you'll use the anchor, you'll use the ropes.
Yeah.
That was really good. I thought I was open to Carl drowning. I didn't want it to happen, but it could have happened.
Yeah. Well, Carl is always going to make the sacrifice play. Like there were two guys, and I was like, "This is fine. I'll levitate myself out." And you're like, "Cool." Their ship gets tipped over. And I was like, "Ah, shit."
Oh, well,
Yeah.
But we have that in common. I would make the sacrifice play as well. I would also sacrifice you.
Yeah.
So so the main reason that it happened is because I basically told Alex that we wouldn't meet any
Objectives?
Iskizash Cthulhu today.
Any what?
So yeah. So maybe next week. But yeah, y'all are aboard a ship. Y'all heard the captain yell to those underneath to barricade the doors and keep the cold-blooded ones safe.
Yeah.
No, secret. Yeah. So that's what's up. Let's just move Zach onto the ship. And yes.
That's last. Oh.
That was really good.
That was really. I love ship action in maritime action in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
When you say maritime action, you mean the action, like the ship action, or action scenes on a ship?
Both. Like ship to ship fights. We've done that once. I've done that once before. That was a grand scale kind of thing. And we've also had fights on ships and so on. And as you said, the environment is so much more interesting and exciting because there's all this stuff you can use and do stuff with.
Yeah. There are stuff in other things. Y'all could use nature to like look for vines and stuff. Saltmarsh lends itself a lot to those things more than like Waterdeep and some other places. So
washing lines, man. Waterdeep must have washing lines.
Yeah, but nobody cutting them down and using them.
That's their problem, not the city's fault.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, experience.
The scene where you all hung out in bed together, all of y'all take 300 experience.
Nice.
That's a lot of points.
Well, those are the most rewardable sort of scenes I find in D&D.
Yeah, that's like the point, isn't it?
Yeah. We three really bonded.
Yeah.
And Grog snoring is also part of your bromance. When he's awake, I don't know, but while he's asleep, he fits in.
Yeah.
For getting onto the ship, no experience yet. You'll still have some work to do there.
Yeah.
For fighting the stages, just now, 1 second, because that was a lot of stages.
I would have gotten a ton of temp HP for what I did.
I reckon. Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't have enough points to like quicken a thing, so I was like, someone must have like flint and steel or something. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to deal with this next turn. And then you just came in with that like produce thing, and I was like, oh, I'm really glad you have that. That's gonna speed things up.
You see, it's stuff like that that made me really happy when you joined it. I was really glad to see another caster.
Yeah.
I
mean, you all had Durania, but anyway, whatever.
Sorry.
For the stages, that'll be 250 XP split between the three of y'all.
Oh, maths. What's a third of 250?
80.
Say 260 then.
Alright.
Okay, cool.
Which still wouldn't bide.
Yes, that's not. It's 270 is where it would
6,
be
7,
fine.
8, 9, 270.
Yeah. Alright, so that gives us 90.
Okay.
9 plus
All right.
61. So it's that.
All right. Everybody has 5 things that they could ask max.
Okay.
0 things minimum. Carl, go first.
I thought I did a really good job of staying in character, like both in the like role play scenes and stuff, but also in combat, trying to like look out for people and stuff. And I think that's really it. Like I did a good job staying in character.
Okay, cool. So you're going to get 20 experience for the interactions with Penkunte that you all had. Penkunta.
Yeah.
That was good roleplay. I thought the piratiness, you could get 10 experience for that. The dialogue and cursing during the fight, you could get 10 experience for that. 30, 40, 50. Yeah, because you already got the 300 from the interaction. So yeah, 50 additional experience. Zach, you go.
I think my plan to disguise ourselves.
Cool, yeah. Take 20 for that.
Yeah, that's about it I could think of.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, well you could think about it while it's Caltrix's turn and come back to you. Caltrix.
Alright, so light in the fireplace.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Right, that's one.
Yeah, take 10 for that.
Alright, cool. So that's and knowing to use the anchor to get up when the ladder.
Yeah, that was cool. Take 10 for that as well.
Nice. And trying to stop the ship when it took off.
And succeeding as well. Yeah. You could take 10 for that as well.
Nice. I think that's pretty much
Cumulatively, overall using flank as a strategy, take an additional 10 because that was how you approached both of the fights. You did approach them from the outside coming in.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I'm a really good strategist. Like I know when to bravely run away.
Yeah, are you really humble too?
Yeah.
I'm most humble.
Yeah, anything else came to mind, Zach?
Nope.
Alright, cool. I had liked how you had like kind of climbed up the side of the ship, even though that Carl was there, and then tried to get up on top, and then like attacked him, even though he was standing up on the edge, and then ended up in the back. Like I enjoyed that scene a lot. So take 10 experience for that.
Okay.
And nothing else?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Okay, guys. Well, next week.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Bye.
That's up. Bye.